Yo, what up, Stock Red Eye? Just doing some behind the scenes work. I just got all this set up with these cameras to kind of show what I see around here at the lab. So, just kind of jump in. I guess I should have done something on setting all this up that took all fucking day, but anyway. So, over here, I got CapCut open with the template I've been using. It's basically, I made this wallpaper, a couple little logos, and then the album art, and then the text, like in the old music videos, you'd have, the title, the artist, the name of the album, and the record label that put out the song. So I was trying to like bring that back, and since we're getting on several different streams, I think branding is really important because like during the AI music video show, like I'll hear a song that I like, or my wife will hear something she likes, and we're like, damn, who is that? Because you only get like that little 5 second thing at the corner of the screen that has the artist and their user tag, tells you who they are, and typically we're doing stuff around the garage or whatever, so I'll miss the name or I'll forget it because I can't remember shit. So I think it's really important, and I am starting to notice as I started doing this, and I'm not trying to take credit for any of this, but since I started putting my branding in those videos, I'm noticing, and I'm glad to see that others are doing it as well. So that was pretty cool. So I think it's all important that we, if you're hearing our music and you like it, you should be able to find us. So glad to see that other artists are following suit on that. That's pretty cool. So what I wanted to do today was just kind of do what I do, and I'll try to talk throughout the process. I mean, I'm a musician and artist. I'm learning how to be a content creator. Never was my plan. I never wanted to have my fucking face on the screen, but here we are. Is what the internet wants. So give the people what they want. Don't forget to stay hydrated. All right. So the song I wanted to do would be the last one here on Master Sweet and Sweet Boys Cartel. This is available now on Suno and on YouTube. This last song that we're listening to now will be available today. So here is Ain't Eatin' Today. I mean, what 90s rap album wouldn't be complete without an RIP song, We gotta have, some love for the ones that ain't here anymore. So I thought it was appropriate, to try to capture that essence of, the 90s and like the No Limit vibe. You always had like your hardcore, let's go get 'em type of tracks. We're going to ride on the enemies and shit. Of course, you gotta have, the slow, soft songs for the ladies, and that's where a lot of my wife's input came in with this whole project was, she was really missing that, like ghetto love, and, those kind of songs where it's like, a dope ass beat, a good ass rap, but then like, it's about some deep sensual stuff. So definitely, that's kind of what started this whole project was, using Suno and what I've learned in prompting to get some pretty cool results. She was wanting, kind of like challenge me, like, yo, like, we need more of this kind of music in the world. We don't hear it anymore. I can't find anything like this. She's like, so you make it. I'm like, all right, bet. Challenge accepted. And here we are. And it kind of stemmed from there. This is all kind of, fly by the seat of your pants. I didn't like write this out or plan it out like I usually do with some of my other projects. This was all just on a whim, and it kind of caught on fire and took off, and it's getting pretty well received. So yeah, I'm glad to be providing some sounds that people are enjoying and they want more of. So yeah, so here's the track. Kind of let it play here.
They ain't here to eat today,
Down a bit.
but we still remember they name.
So what I've been doing is kind of take the lyrics and I copy them from over here into Suno. I want the prompt that we generate to capture like the essence of the song. So what better way to do that than to use the actual lyrics of the song in the prompting process? So it's been working pretty well. Kind of shows some of the other ones in case you haven't seen them, which I'm assuming most of you haven't. Alright, we're up to 50 subs on the YouTube. Let's raise those numbers up. Those Rick gotta pump those up. Let's go. Let's get on there and like, comment, subscribe, and all that shit. Alright, I finally got the beats for Abstract Abyss Artemis to him yesterday. He ain't coming back. I know it now. So I put that sorrow in the candy route. We used to flip packs like jokes. There we go. Now I'm stuck staring at smoke. So you can kind of see like the wallpaper. It's just been a new thing recently because we're kind of, and I hate doing just a fucking image. I try to make it more visually appealing because I just think having an image on a song is just boring and I don't like it personally, but I definitely got to release faster and with my work schedule and wife, kids, family, and other engagements and responsibilities like off top 24 hours of my day, 12 is spent working the day job, and then I gotta squeeze in everything else in those other 12 hours of the day and get my 4 or 5 hours of sleep hopefully. So trying this year, I think having the wallpaper and some like transition effects throughout the video just makes it more, at least better than just a fucking still image. So kind of rolling with that. I got a couple other wallpapers that I liked that'll be used outside of this Sweet Boys Cartel project. But yeah, these are doing like better than most videos have. I mean, this one here, Sweet Boys Don't Die. That'll be the next video that I work on because it's gotten the best. It's got 5 likes with 307 views, and I'm not even like pushing these. Like, I'm not a promoter. I gotta figure out how to be one, but not who I am right now. Alright, anyway, I'm rambling. Alright. And I just killed ChatGPT. Cool. Go me. Alright, I got OBS now. Obviously, as you can tell, like I got a 3 monitor set up, so the big TV is above me, so I'm constantly looking around. So yeah, you'll have me looking in different directions at different times, because so Candyverse wrapper prompts. So I've kind of got this one here trained. It'll take the lyrics and it'll generate, I know it's making album art. So I just tell it, so here is our next track. And track. That. And then, so the next track I need today, let's generate the cover art using lyrics here to capture the essence of the song. Image. Alright, so here's the next track I need today. I've noticed putting parentheses like around like any text you want to generate seems to help. Just like last year, trying to get AI to generate text was horrendous. Like it just came out like gobbledygook, and you couldn't fucking read it. So it's gotten a lot better. I mean, it's not hurt by any means. Sometimes it takes a few runs, but I mean, if you've been messing with AI, you know that it's kind of like the random lottery. Sometimes you get a jackpot, sometimes you get a shit pot. But that's the fun of it. All right, so let's see. I should have reminded that this is for image prompt. Been using Image FX lately. It's a Google product generator. Does pretty good work, and it's unlimited for now. I think it's in beta or something. So since I am a cheap broke ass, I try to utilize as many free tools as possible until I can get generating some money, and then once DocRed generates some money, we can have a budget to invest into monthly subscriptions and stuff like that. But right now, we're keeping it on the freebie side. The lyrics. Something else. There we go. Alright, that, and let's see what it gives us. This episode's behind the scenes brought to you by These Nuts. Not really, just thought it'd be stupid and funny. Got the Doc Red Eye Stanley tumbler. It's just a fucking sticker, but it works. My Gatorade slush yesterday was the 4th of July, and had a few practice beers and 2 blunts lit. Shout out to Cynical Giraffe and Mitch Navarro and Lumo for those badass tracks. But yeah, if you're doing a little celebrating, sometimes you get a little dehydrated. And we have the Ninja Slushy Machine. So yeah, you pop 2 fucking little Gatorades in that bitch, and you get a good, nice, refreshing electrolyte slushy goodness. That brings me back to life. Oh, it's a big one. I usually don't spend the time reading it right away. I just like to see what it kicks out, and as we do more of these behind the scenes things, when I'm generating lyrics, if I'm not writing the song myself, which I mean obviously I have several songs that I have written, but I can't write that fast, and like it comes to me in like little blips, so I get like a line here and a line there. But I mean, if I was just relying on just making music that I wrote, Doc Red Eye myself, there wouldn't be very many songs. And I've even gone back and like taken old lyrics that I had, like songs that I tried to record that I thought sounded like shit, 30 years ago. I've redone those in Suno. I've been pretty happy with those, but the character songs, the DREP entertainers, those are all generated. Like I don't write those songs. So typically what I do is I have a prompt. It's a very advanced prompt that I got from another user, Krista Gable, I believe. She's a domain dom on Twitter, I believe. She posted this really badass prompt, and it just really like broke down like how Suno understands like how it works and stuff. And so then I take like that as a template, and then I tell it like, all right, instead of doing the kind of music she had it doing, we're doing this kind. And I've tried several genres too, which I'll be sharing those later. Like I really like CCR Greenshore Revival, and I wanted something along those lines, a real raspy, soulful singer, and some kind of country and like rock, vibe. And man, it killed that. Been working on a country project because I mean, if Beyonce can do country, why can I? And I'll probably do it better than she could. Yeah, it's been coming out really good. Started out with a character called Dirt Road Louie, and he is like loosely based on an old friend of mine. It was named Louie from the trailer park. He wasn't a singer or anything, but hanging out with him and a couple other guys over there, you know, you'd be surprised, especially if you've never spent any time in a trailer park, of like the antics and the shenanigans that come from the trailer park life. Never a dull moment. So yeah, I just wanted to like take those memories and make it into something cool in the song. So like there's like funny little skits and shenanigans that happen in between the songs. And then for the music itself, you know, I was going for more like, again, I guess it's, you know, 90s like country. It seems like it was my favorite kind of country in the sound. There's some good new stuff today, but a lot of it to me just sounds, you know, copy and paste. Um, you know, basically it's like country rap. You got a rap beat and the guy singing over it, and some of that's cool. I do like some of that stuff, but you know, with a little bit I do hear the radio, it's like, oh man. So you know, what happened to the fucking steel guitar? Like, bring the fucking steel guitar back. So I've been incorporating that sound into the country as well. So I'm still working on that. The skits were not where I wanted them to be, like they were written, and we had them out, but Suno 4 wasn't quite there when it came to that kind of project, but now it is with the 4.5 is just amazing. So anyway, let's see what we got here. Sweet Boys Cartel, Ain't Eating Today. So I did a double, which I can erase that. So, ain't eating today. Sweet Boys Cartel, which take that out. I'll use the logo. Trying to get too much text just doesn't seem to work. Gold foil cursor dripping like syrup. I always want to make everything dripping in syrup. Memory of the Fallen, maybe? Memory of the Fallen. Yeah, I don't like. We don't lose the drip. It does that on everything. Alright, and then we'll need to make it square, but I don't think these are going to be any good. It takes some tweaking to get it, you know, like where I want it. Not too bad. Let's switch it to square. And then do it again. So we got Fago syrup, all right. Oh, that's cool. It's like a stained glass window. I like them. Ain't eating today. Memory of the Fallen. Okay. So it looks pretty good too. So I got the stained glass window, which I like. Not sure I like that one because, which I mean, I could probably erase that. But we got some garbled like branding text on there. Close here. So I think I like that one. So that's a candidate. I think I like that one too. And any of these ones. Pass. We'll give it another generation. See if we get anything that sticks out. And that can be erased. It's like the flowers. It's kind of cool. Like all the patron saints of the cartel here or something. I'd have to erase that too. We'll try it. I don't know. And I got text in the RIP picture. I don't like that one. Memory of two of the fallen. Ain't eating day. Gonna catch some fires on fire, bro. You can't have the camera. Can't have the camera sound like that. Alright, so let's go here. Too many things going on. The folder I wanted. Let's pick. Alright, so we got three candidates. We got this guy here. And this one here. Maybe not. And last but not least, I'm gonna go with that one. I don't have much to edit on it, which I like. Okay, so let's see. Show me background. That was the last one I did. That was for Stick Crazy. Guess we could have some music playing while we're sitting here. And that sugar sand, the candy bag, taffy sand. Okay. Clean up. Standard definition for free. I like all this like Fago branding. Fago doesn't make syrup to my knowledge. Just these little details like this that really make a difference. I'm definitely not an expert on video and image by any means. But I do go out and browse, other AI users and creators, and trying to at least limit your garbled AI text just doesn't make it look so AI, I guess. I don't know. It's just my preference to try to get those little nuances out of there that make it just look less authentic, I guess. I don't know. I fucked it all up. Try it again. I don't. Yeah, it's kind of something that's talking about. It's a little bit slower, but it's still a bop. You know what I mean? Okay, so the next we will CapCut, import, and then what's really cool about this is I can just drop it over this image, tell it to replace it. Oh, messed this up. I want to bring in. Well, it already says Sickways Cartel here. This is fine. I'm just gonna leave it, but I'll just show you what I usually do if I want to make it like an actual. Like I don't cover like this one, so we got the track name, the artist, and then the imagery. So it's just the Crazy I Sell Sweets, which is also on the Sweet Boys Cartel here. It's actually the song right before it. So seeing that I put these in Suno too, it just looks better. Like some of their generated images are okay. I've actually used some like as an image and just thrown like the performer's logo on it. Like when I was just starting out. Oh, and we forgot to publish that. So I keep track of what songs I've released and which ones I haven't. I use Suno, so I know like all these are published now. So that means they got on YouTube with a widescreen video and a 9x16 short form TikTok and YouTube short video. And then with CapCut, I can upload to YouTube Shorts and TikTok all at once. And then I just use Buffer to schedule out social media posts across Facebook, X, and I was using for Threads. You get 3 for free that you can use. So I just switched it today back to Instagram. Just not getting a whole lot of traction on Facebook and Threads. And I tried doing, spending some time engaging in Threads and just wasn't really getting any traction on it. So fuck it. I focus my time on X because that's where people fucking engage back at least. So that's what took me there. It's the only reason. I didn't really have a preference. I don't like any social media personally. Like I hate it, but if you're going to using it as a promotional tool, it's necessary. So yeah, I forgot what I was going with that, but anyway. Oh, we were putting this on to show you how to do the image thing real quick. So download, find that, bring us over here to Photopea. It's a free tool that I use, kind of like Photoshop. That's not the right one. There we go. And then find the Sweet Boys Cartel logo. There she is. Boom. It's done. Export them out as JPEG. Save. Save over that one. So now, delete that. Import. Replace. Alright, so now we need to update the text. This is too fake. So this is ain't eaten today by the sweet and the sweet boys, the cartel. And this was just a self-titled project. There was a mouthful already, so that. And erase that. And let's find songs. Can't remember if I downloaded it or not. Probably didn't. I didn't. That's alright. WAV files are bigger, but I think they sound better than MP3s do. And I haven't got into any mastering. I know I need to. But again, like all the tools that I found are paid tools. And I'm not really having a budget at the present. It'll change sooner than later. So I'd really like to increase the audio quality of my works. And I know from prior experience that, levels and mastering definitely makes a difference. Like Pastor Fussy Cat, if you're not following him, I highly recommend his channel. Does all kinds of different music. He's gotten into doing like some hard rap and shit lately, which I really feel. But his audio quality is superb, and he is a great video creator. It's obvious I am not a video creator. I figured all this out on my own, and from watching others. Like I said, my passion and heart is the music. Like, I was just since I was 16, I'm almost 43. I found one of my cassette tapes that had fucking beats on it as another way to play it. So yeah, like my first productions were on fucking cassette tape. So I've been in the game for a while. So I arranged these. This is something I just learned recently. Like all these variables that change, I put them all together. So I can just click and drag them all to the end. So now I have to go through each one. Pause this. So now we can hear and see what this looks like. I just have like the same for like stupid little effects here. Sometimes they're on beat, sometimes they're not. And the cover, I always forget to change that, and then I go to export, and it's fucking the wrong aspect ratio because I do the long, what was it, 16.9, whatever, long ways first, and then in CapCut you can just click the little thing and change it to the other way. So yeah, like now this one's stuck all funny, and so we need to replace it. So this has become a pretty good and quick, easy way for me to make thumbnails. The text is looking funny. Exit. And sometimes things just like fucking randomly move, and I don't fucking understand why. There's nothing else moved on me. I swear CapCut doesn't know its own sometimes. Fucking. Alright, back to the cover. And you do now, Junior. But you're slow. Come on. Please. Yeah, I think OBS is causing some lag. Just so I can check the test me. Oh yeah, I'm maxing out that CPU, baby. Yeah, I figured it was OBS. Ramsey though, I got like a fucking, I don't know how much RAM I got now, a fuck ton. I got like 64 gigabytes of fucking RAM, but my CPU is definitely not there. This computer's from like 2012. So yeah, I don't have anything new. This my phone, the S24, is like the newest tech I fucking got. Alright, replace video. Perfect. Wait a minute. I thought we. Hello? Oh my god, this fucking thing. Should I close it and start over because I don't fucking know what it's doing? It was like, it was in there, but it wasn't showing the fucking image. CPU is dying here. That's fucked up too. I took my YouTube channel intro and threw it in here. Oh, come on. Probably can close Chrome. I don't need that right now. It's a resource hog. See if that helps any. I had this in here, and I used some old samples from some old songs that either said my name or I was featured in, or I did the beats for, a long time ago. And then I mixed from Back to the Future, where it's like Biff Tannen's talking about breaking a bottle of Kentucky Red Eye, and then Marty's the one like Doc. So I put like Doc Red Eye together. It was stupid, but I thought it was cool at the time. All right, and volume a little bit. Let's see what we got.
They ain't here to eat today, but we still remember their names. We done lost too many sweet boys, too many candy queens. We pour syrup for you, we blaze for you. You ain't at the table, but you're still in our hearts. Rest easy, family. They ain't eating today, but we cooking their name. We light a candle, hold the pain in the flame. They gone from the booth, but they soul in the beat. We break bread with the ghost when we sit to eat. No more laughter down the line, but we still toast. They ain't eating today, but we serve they ghosts. From the syrup to the soil, we feel the strain. The sweet boys cartel, we still hold their name. I still hear jokes in the glaze, still feel dapped in the candy maze. From the corner store to the casket drop, you was real and the sugar don't stop. Used to ride out with big dreams, now I ride slow with old schemes. Every sucker lost, I light up. Every name etch, we fight up. Miss my kinfolk, miss my pops, miss my homies who fed the block. Now we pour out great Fago with a prayer stitched in the echo.
Yeah, I'm hard, but I cry in the cut with a pistol and a picture in the glove box shut. He ain't coming back, I know it now, so I put that sorrow in the candy route. We used to flip packs like jokes. Now I'm stuck staring at smoke. You ever lost your twin in a suite? Feel like syrup dripped on both feet. I don't smile the same, I just nod and pray to the beat like it's God. From the sandbox to the tomb, we sweet boys, we clear the room.
I held my sister's hand and she faded. She said, don't cry, just stay candy blade. So I wear her glaze like a crown. Every verse I drop holds it down. They called it loud, they called the flame. Now she a whisper in every candy queen name. I miss my mama, my cousin, my twin. This grief got sugar, but it bites skin. They ain't see me now, shine bold. For every sweet girl buried in the cold, you see the pearls, you see the pink. That's war paint, baby, I bleed in ink. They ain't eating today, but we cooking their name.
We light a candle, hold the pain in the flame.
They gone from the booth, but they soul in the beat.
We break bread with the ghost when we sit to eat.
No more laughter down the line, but we still toast. They ain't eating today, but we serve their ghosts. From the syrup to the soil, we feel the strain. The sweet boys cartel, we still hold their name. This for every mama gone too soon. Every candy soldier lost in the swirl. Every sweet queen who ain't here to get a plate. We ain't forgot y'all. Sweet boys cartel forever. We still eat. We still fight. And we gon' ride in your name. To the last crumb.
I thought that came out like that came out really pretty. I like the way it sounds. It's been bugging me for a long time. I couldn't figure out like how to get my transparent logo that has my socials on it. The X is always blacked out because typically I have a black background for the final cutscene here. Can make it a little bigger too, actually. Let's just fuck everything up. Story of my life. Alright. So that's good. I just like to watch that final transition again. So make sure we didn't miss anything.
To the last crumb.
Like a little bobble there, I'll leave that. Nice. Alright, so then we will export. This is ain't. That's not how you spell ain't. Ain't really ain't a word, but I am going to use it because I don't give a fuck. to save that cover. Damn it, just did that. Oh, CapCut. And before everyone freaks out, I don't use the CapCut Cloud. I don't even sign into the fucking things. You see, I keep telling it, like, no, I'm not signing in. I do everything on my desktop. And I run the oldest version that I could find. So, like, I don't even have, like, their newest version. So, I'm fine. They don't have anything on me. I'm not logged in to their servers or anything. There we go. There. That should have been said already, but I guess it didn't. So boom. Ain't eaten number 2 day. That's the sweet. Fit all that in there. Then abbreviate went to SBC, which so most people probably don't know about SBC. They were a telecom provider like in the 90s, and MCI and all of them went down to some big fucking Ponzi scheme shit. So yeah, most people probably don't know what the hell SBC is, but I thought it was funny. It was the abbreviation ended up being Sweet Boys Cartel and SBC, the old phone company, so I just ran with it. Alright, there's that. Got 4K baby. Export anyway. Since I'm using the same file over and over again, there's clips that are no longer being used, and it keeps telling me that you might have blank frames, which I don't. So I just leave it be. Who be messaging me? Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. Get dinner started. Hungry wife, no happy life. Just kidding. Always the shit. She is downstairs in the popular garage that everyone seemed to love on yesterday, the 4th of July. So definitely got motivated to figure out how I can record using the massive amount of tech that I have laying around my house. That you know, like these old cell phones, like they can't run the fucking internet on them hardly, but cameras work good. So now I have 2 cameras, and yeah, I'll be able to start doing some cool stuff like this. Yeah, I personally don't want to see my fucking big ass head on the fucking interwebs, but whatever, that's what you guys want. I'm a people pleaser. Oh yeah, shout out to my wife, man. She's a fucking soldier. I mean, she keeps me, grounded. I'm always in 10 different places. Yeah, she keeps me grounded here in this plane, because I tend to get stuck in the creative world and all that. So this one we don't want to share it to TikTok because it's a long video. Okay, so now I'm gonna so look put the full length there. Red Eye. Okay, see.
I'm hard, but I cry in the cut with a pistol in
Dark
a
Red Eye
picture
Casey
in
on
the
the
glove
socials,
box.
baby.
He ain't coming back. I know it now, so I
Playlist.
put that sorrow in the candy route.
Candyverse.
We used to flip packs like jokes. Now I'm
Public.
stuck staring at smoke.
Sure. Let it do its thing, my jig. And then once that's done, I literally come in and flip the little aspect ratio button, and I'll have to adjust the Candyverse, the Sweet Boys Cartel, the Dark Red Eye, and the text. And then I make, since the wallpaper zooms in, it looks kind of funny, so I just zoom in it really far so you can't really see anything besides the colors because the text looks all weird. And then we'll have, the long, the rectangle video, and then the other rectangle video for the shorts and for the TikTok, and then I'll upload it from TikTok right from here. And it doesn't seem like much, but I mean, when you're trying to upload to fucking YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Facebook, it's already 5 uploads. You have to like go through each one and then fucking name it and blah 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 blah. Like I said, time is at the essence. So anything I can do to save time, so I can really focus on what I really like doing is creating. I'm going to utilize those things to make the job easier. Alright, so that one is done. And then our ratio, we'll make it 9:16. Shrink that back down. Move my little white piece of paper back there. Come back here to the vid. So as you can see, this got all jankety jank. So you just do that. And then make the text a little bigger. Just kind of gonna zoom in to do that for some reason. There's that. Like so. And then I usually make Candyverse like the filler up here. Out. Give it a look over. That looks good. Now we gotta change the cover again. Same exact process, but this is really pretty short, so fuck off. Place video. I don't like how it moved my logo for some reason. Here. How does that look? Yeah, kind of like that. Fuck it, making a change. Can't have the same board every time, right? Alright, really nothing else sticking out here. Just want to watch the last transition. We don't need to listen to the whole song again. Cool. Export again. If I would have been smart and, rename the file, it wouldn't say Mr. Candyman, which is the very first one. It wasn't 2 minutes ago. Play some tunes here. Not the job right. Blip, blip. Clip. Alright. as we get into taffy. So like I said, these are all generated tracks, using an advanced prompting method, blah blah blah. But it came up with the Laffy Taffy Boys, and I thought it was funny, so I left it. And then I'm like, they're always dissing these Laffy Taffy Boys, but who the fuck are they? Like, people are just asking questions like, who's these Laffy Taffy Boys they hate so much, and why do they hate them? And we don't really have answers for that yet. But I did do. I've been trying to get like Suno to make like a shitty sounding song, and I just can't seem to do that. So I'm like, I want a horrible sound quality, just a shitty song that makes no sense. That is like, the rapper's like fumbling over himself and repeating lines and just real bad, And we finally got it. Let me find it real quick. It's pretty funny. You thought I was playing when I'm talking about. I am always cooking something. So these are my projects in Suno. So far I've got about 50 just playing beats. Now some of these are beats I generated by request for Vanilla Trife. He was getting his album together and always have to bless it with at least one beat. So we did, since we're both using Suno now. So also upload to TikTok. And at two. So put the RI keys. Boo. We don't put shorts in the playlist. I was doing that, but I didn't like the way it looked. And public and TikTok, public. I was putting the songs into there as private, and it's like it seems like when I do that, like they get like no views whatsoever. So I've just been dropping them all live. Like fuck it. There's that. All right, share that. Alright, yeah, Young Taffy, yeah, check this shit out.
Yeah, hey, what? So, I got that taffy, yeah. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up with taffy, yeah. My teeth got the stick, yeah. I got that taffy, yeah. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up with taffy, yeah. My teeth got the stick, yeah. Man, I'm so sweet, I'm the sour, I'm the gummy worm dude. Eat a lolly in the mirror with my socks in the pool. Got a bag full of nothing and a face full of gold.
Socks in the
Taffy
pool.
boy legends got the recipe cold, yeah. Taffy, laffy, rappy, skirt, skirt. In a candy caddy, I got bars like a dentist's dream. Or was it a waffle? I don't like what I mean. Candy, 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 bonson.
It's all the same song.
I got that taffy, yeah. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up with taffy, yeah. My teeth got the stick, yeah. I got that taffy, yeah. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up with taffy, yeah. My teeth got the stick, yeah. Man, I'm so sweet, I'm the sour, I'm the gummy worm dude. Eat a lolly in the mirror with my socks in the pool. Got a bag full of nothing, face full of gold. We the taffy boy, legends got the recipe cold, yeah. Taffy, laffy, rappy, skirt, skirt in a candy. I got bars like a dentist's dream. Or was it a waffle with what I mean? Yeah. Candy, 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 candy bounce on the track like a panda, Yeah. I got that tat for ya. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up a tat for ya. I take up the stick. I got that tat for ya. I got that drip, yeah.
Plus, the song's like gonna take off, and I don't even fucking. It was supposed to be a funny song, but.
I got that tat for ya. And I'm so sweet, I'm the sour gummy. Work duty to lie in the mirror with my socks in the pool. Got a bag full of nothing and a face full of gold. With the tappy boy legends, yeah. Tappy, lappy, rappy, skirt. And a candy. I got bars like a dentist dream. Or was it a waffle? I don't know what I mean. Candy, bars on the track like Panda.
First time listening to it. That beat's kind of cool though.
I got that taffy up. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up taffy up.
I like how they're all on their phones.
I got that taffy up. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up a taffy up. I take up a stick, yeah. I got that taffy up.
That was kind of nasty.
Hey, what? So, dude, I got that taffy up. I got that drip, yeah. I pull up a taffy up. I take up a stick, yeah. I got that taffy.
I'm thinking like having like this play, and then like security comes out like, ah, fuck that shit, and then like he busts into him. Because I don't think I've played any of these ones yet. Where's Stick at? I guess. This shit fucking came out hard. Love it.
Fuck them laffy taffy boys. Soft like jelly, they shook like toys. Tryna go the flavor, but they missed the boys. Wrap them in falls, send them back to the store. Street boys cartel. We declaring candy war. Street boys cartel. Snap a sucker like a 9 later. Crack. Catch them slipping at the snack shack. Spitting game like a juicy drop. Pop, but they melt when that jaw break a pop. Frosted fake, got that artificial glaze. Sweet boys move like we raised in a maze. Laffy crew soft, real chewer, I spit heat while they rhyme like they gooey. Got a skittle in my fists and a grudge in my teeth. When I swing that Twix, you'll lose belief. This ain't Wonka. This war's on bliss with a peppermint blade and a sugar death list. They pull up in packs, but I peel them so low. Catch them lacking in the marshmallow dojo.
Alright, y'all. It's been long enough, so I gotta go off here and go cook some food. Thanks for tapping in. Please do the proper engagement. Make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing the video to the world out there. Peace.